break these up. No, well, the interesting thing is, you know, it's funny you say that. You're saying a lot of people don't have much money. You don't need much bad luck to come your way. They say the divorce rate, 50% of marriages end in divorce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a very quick way to lose a lot of money.
No, that's one way of losing money. It is.
And so if you're saying 50% of marriages end in divorce, right?
Yeah. That
means 50% then have to restart again.
Well, that's right. So if you've got a person, like, you know, say 60 or something, and they've got a house and they've got 400,000 in the bank, or,
sure.
or they've got 200,000 in the bank, which is in his case is enough. Sure. When you halve that house and halve the money,
there's not much left.
Now you haven't got a house and you haven't got any money at all, because you use the money to buy another house, and that's not even enough. So then so divorces cause that. And
there's a lot of people who don't have that. This is the other problem is that you've been quite fortunate with your health, but if you had a heart attack, say,
no, health issues are another problem, because if
you can't work for a year or two, that knocks you out, and then when you start to work again, if you're working, you're not earning much, and you can't, work hard and stress yourself out because you have another problem. So then you worry about your health, which is very important, and but your ability to generate money is limited, and so that's another problem. Yeah, that's quite common too. Health's a problem. People with bad health, well, if you haven't got health, you really haven't got much. Although some people have got money too, hereditary money, but. So if you haven't got health, you've got a problem. If you have a divorce, you have a problem. If you haven't got much education, if you have got limited skills, and therefore the type of jobs you're doing are just like a labourer, or one of my clients, they're both. She's my age and he's about 10 years younger somehow. It's just normally the other way around. But he's 10 years younger. He's still working, and they've got a house and they've got no savings. And it's unbelievable. How old are they?
Well, she's 65 and he's 55.
What does he do? What sort of profession without saying?
Oh, gardener. Or,
so he doesn't earn that much?
No, he earns about 30,000 a year, 35,000.
Well, it's no wonder they don't have any savings. He can't live that.
But you know...
Like your rent would be 300 a week, wouldn't it, or what?
Well, they're living with parents.
Oh, they live with their parents?
They're living with a father at the moment. But you know, you just wonder.
Eventually, when they die, wouldn't they kind of inherit something, or?
Well, there's 3 or 4 kids.
Oh, Jesus!
You divide it. See, I just don't. You look at my parents, and they were limited skill and limited everything, and they had a house, and they bought another house, and they.
But they had macaroni and fucking noodle. What did you have? Macaroni and cheese. That's all you had.
Macaroni and fried and macaroni with milk. But that was when my father was out of work. But you know, when he was working, he was very frugal in what we ate. We never had steak. We never had expensive cuts of meat. We had lamb chops on Sunday, or chook, or pigeons. When he had pigeons. He got a few pigeons, but I didn't like pigeons. But chooks, or chook soup. A soup with from chicken. But so. We had food, but it was food. It was good food. It's better than concentration camp food.
Yes.
But it wasn't. It kept you going. It kept your weight down, which was that was one good thing.
Yes.
But my parents, if they didn't have much, and they paid for me for private school, and they paid me for to go to the music conservatorium, and they still had something. And yet these people, they've got nothing.
The problem is if you drink alcohol, right? Say your life really is hard, so you're buying a case of beer and a bottle of scotch or a bottle of vodka a week.
Yeah,
that's $70. Well, case of beer would be 40 something. Cheap bottle of booze would be another 30, so that's 70.
Yeah, and that's your savings for the year.
Well, no, but they do that every week.
Yeah, you multiply that out. That's 5,000, maybe 10,000 a year at Christmas parties.
Does he smoke? Smoking would be like does he smoke?
No, I don't know. I hope probably not. But if you did, that's a packet of cigarettes are $40 or something now.
$20.
Are they? Massive.
$20. Yeah. So you look at these things and the reality is it's you don't really need to have a lot of money to do well. Like you've got to put money away. But these people, I think they 55 and nothing.
Yeah.
And has he never had anything? See, that would have been a divorce, a bad relationship.
No, no divorce, no bad relationships, this guy.
No, but what's he doing marrying someone 10 years older?
Well, you don't know. and she's not really, you know, like talking things, she's not that attractive, but I suppose, you know, they click, so that's all right.
He's probably not that good looking, is he?
No, he's all right. He looks all right. Well, she's old, you know, like old, and I don't think she's attractive, but some people might think she is attractive. People are people, you know. What's attractiveness got to do with it? When the lights are out, they all look the same.
Yes.
No, there are. It's sometimes life's a struggle for some people. They don't seem to be able to get their head around it and, you know, make the sacrifices at the right time to save a deposit for a house. It's back to that book that I wrote. You know, step one, and that defeats most people to be successful. Step one is save a deposit for a house. If you can't save a deposit for a house, you're gone. Because if you never have a house prices go up, rent goes up, and you got nothing, ever.
See, so that's the thing. If you don't have the first one, you can't then buy the second one, can you?
That's right.
You know, like say someone just foolishly gets a house, right? And then as long as they don't blow their money, it'll develop some equity, and they can use that to buy the second house, can't they? You know what I mean? They use that equity as the deposit for the next one.
Well, my parents, they bought a house for £2,000, $4,000.
Yeah.
They paid $4,000 for the house and borrowed. Well, they only borrowed $2,000. They had half. They came from England, but you know, but they had $2,000 and borrowed. Say, you know, now, you know, 30, 40 years later, that $2,000
it's worth $350,000.
They sold it for $350. Yeah, and that was, you know, some years ago. So what all they
well,
did,
the market hasn't really gone up, but since then, has it?
Yeah, I think it's going.
Is
up
it worth
slowly.
400? Do you think?
I think so. Well, I don't.
Hard to say.
Well, the block of land's worth a lot. I don't know about the house. The house is a run-down house, but they paid for it, didn't they? You got $350 for it. Whatever we got.
But I think it's the problem is how much sacrifice you're prepared to do there. You know.
Yeah.